Imagine for a moment that you are not bound by the limitations of the physical world. You are not restricted by what you see, by what your senses tell you. You are far beyond the confines of scarcity, lack, and limitation. In this moment, you are surrounded by abundance, abundance in all its forms, the abundance of love, of wealth, of health, and of opportunity. It is all around you. It is in the air you breathe, in the thoughts you think, in the space you occupy. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but rather a master of your environment, creating with the power of your thoughts, your imagination, and your beliefs. The world we live in is not a world that is separate from us. It is not a world that operates independently of our thoughts. We, in fact, are the creators of this world. What we believe, we experience. What we imagine, we bring into being. And so, if you can truly begin to imagine that you are surrounded by abundance, if you can live as though this abundance is not a far-off dream, but a present reality, you will begin to see that the world around you shifts. You will no longer see lack, but you will see opportunities. You will no longer feel the weight of fear, but you will feel the lightness of possibility. This is the power you have. This is the gift you hold within you. But here's the key. You must act as if. You must act as if you are already surrounded by the abundance you seek. This is not a matter of waiting for something to change, not a matter of hoping for something to happen. This is about embodying the state of abundance right now, in this very moment. It's about living as though you are already the person you desire to be, already experiencing the life you wish to have. It is about creating an inner world of abundance, and in doing so, transforming the outer world to match it. You see, the mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. What you vividly imagine, with feeling and belief, becomes real in your world. If you imagine yourself as someone who is rich, prosperous, and surrounded by everything you desire, your mind will accept this image as truth. Your subconscious mind does not know that it is a creation of your imagination. It only knows that it must bring into being what you continually impress upon it. And so, if you imagine yourself surrounded by abundance, abundance of love, wealth, and health, that is what you will begin to see manifest in your life. But the key to this is to act as if. When you act as if, you begin to carry the energy of abundance within you. You begin to feel as though the things you desire are already yours. You begin to make decisions from the standpoint of someone who is abundant. You speak from a place of confidence and trust in the universe. Your actions become aligned with the life you wish to create, and in doing so, you magnetize that life to you. You cannot attract abundance if you continue to act as though it is something far off, something you are waiting to receive. Abundance must be embodied, and you must act as though it is already yours. The way you speak, the way you think, and the way you carry yourself are all reflections of the abundance you believe is yours. When you are surrounded by abundance, you do not hold on to anything tightly. You do not worry about losing what you have. You know that there is always more, that there is an infinite supply of everything you could ever need or desire. You know that the universe is a limitless source of good, and you have access to it all. This is the mindset of someone who is truly abundant, but it is not enough to simply think thoughts of abundance. You must live in accordance with those thoughts. When you act as if, you begin to step into the role of the person you desire to be. You begin to make decisions from a place of confidence and trust. You begin to take actions that are in alignment with the life you wish to create, and the universe responds. The universe matches the energy you are putting out into the world. It all begins with a shift in your perception. You must shift your perception from one of scarcity and lack to one of abundance and possibility. When you look at the world through the lens of abundance, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to see solutions where others see problems. You begin to see blessings where others see hardships. And this shift in perception is what allows you to act as if you are surrounded by abundance. You must also learn to trust in the process. Trust that everything is working out for you, even when you cannot see how. Trust that the universe is constantly conspiring in your favor, and that every moment is an opportunity for you to step into the abundance that is already yours. When you trust in the process, you no longer feel the need to control everything. You let go of the need to force things to happen. Instead, you allow things to unfold naturally, knowing that they are unfolding in perfect alignment with your desires. One of the greatest obstacles to living in abundance is fear. Fear that there is not enough. Fear that we will lose what we have. Fear that we are not worthy of the things we desire. But fear is nothing more than a shadow, a reflection of the limiting beliefs we hold within ourselves. When you act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you begin to dissolve fear. You no longer allow fear to control your actions. You step into the fullness of who you are, knowing that there is no lack, that there is only more than enough for everyone. Acting as if also means living in a state of gratitude. Gratitude is the highest form of abundance. When you are truly grateful for what you already have, you open the door to even more blessings. Gratitude shifts your energy from one of lack to one of abundance. It shifts your focus from what you do not have to what you already possess. And when you focus on the abundance that is already in your life, you attract even more abundance into your experience. As you continue to act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you begin to notice that your circumstances start to change. Opportunities begin to appear where there were none before. People begin to show up who are aligned with your desires. Money begins to flow to you effortlessly. You begin to feel more vibrant, more alive, more connected to the infinite source of abundance that is available to you at all times. And all of this happens not because you are waiting for it to happen, but because you are acting as if it has already happened. The key is to remain faithful to your vision, no matter what. When you hold the vision of abundance in your mind and heart, and when you act as if that abundance is already yours, you will begin to see the world around you change. You will no longer see yourself as someone who is lacking, but as someone who is already surrounded by everything they desire. And this is the secret to creating the life of your dreams, living as though you are already living in the fullness of your desires. You do not need to wait for the world to change in order to change your experience. The change begins with you, in your mind, in your heart, and in your actions. So, I invite you today to step into the abundant life that is waiting for you. Act as if you are already surrounded by abundance, and watch as the world around you transforms to match your new reality. Trust in the process, embrace the power of your imagination, and know that everything you desire is already on its way to you. The abundance you seek is not somewhere out there. It is within you, and it is waiting for you to claim it. All you need to do is act as if. As you continue to embody the state of abundance, you must realize that the world operates in a way that mirrors your inner state. The universe, in all its complexity and magnificence, is in constant motion. It is a vast energy field responding to the vibrations you emit. Just as a tuning fork will resonate with a corresponding frequency, so too does the universe respond to the frequency you project. And that frequency is determined by your thoughts, your emotions, and your belief. So, when you act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you send out a signal to the universe that is in alignment with the abundance you desire. This alignment is not something that happens overnight, but it is a gradual unfolding. Just as a seed planted in the soil takes time to sprout, so too does your new reality. The key, however, is to remain steadfast in your belief that the abundance you seek is already on its way to you. The moment you begin to doubt, the moment you begin to waver in your belief, you interrupt the flow of energy that is carrying your desires into manifestation. This is why it is so important to maintain a consistent and unwavering focus on the state of abundance. Do not allow the temporary appearances of lack to sway you from your path. The physical world is always subject to change, and what you see today may not be what you see tomorrow. But the one constant in your life should be your inner belief in abundance. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. They are the blueprints from which your life is built. If you continuously hold thoughts of scarcity and lack, you will inevitably experience more of the same. But if you shift your thinking to that of abundance, if you begin to imagine yourself as someone who is wealthy, prosperous, healthy, and loved, then that is what you will begin to experience. The thoughts you hold in your mind are not just fleeting ideas. They are powerful forces that shape the world around you. And so, when you act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you are consciously choosing to think thoughts that are in alignment with the life you wish to create. But it's not just about thinking positively. It's not simply about wishing for things to be different. It's about becoming the person who already has those things. You must align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the person you want to be. This means that you must let go of old patterns of thought and behavior that have kept you in a state of lack. You must shed the beliefs that tell you that you are not worthy of abundance, that you are not deserving of the life you desire. These beliefs are not your truth, and they are not the truth of the universe. The truth of the universe is that abundance is your birthright. You were created to live a life of fullness, to experience all that is good and beautiful and joyful. When you begin to act as if you are already surrounded by abundance, you begin to embody the qualities of the person who has it all. You exude confidence, not because you have material wealth or possessions, but because you know deep within your soul that you are already abundant. You carry yourself with grace and ease because you are no longer concerned with what you lack. You know that you have everything you need right now, and that the universe is always providing for you. You are not afraid to take risks because you trust that the universe has your back, and that every step you take is leading you to greater levels of abundance. Acting as if is a powerful tool because it allows you to step into your ideal life before it physically manifests. You are not waiting for the outside world to change before you change your thoughts and actions. You are not waiting for the circumstances to align before you begin to act as if everything is already in place. You are choosing to live in the vibration of abundance right now, in this moment, regardless of what your external reality may look like. And in doing so, you are changing the energetic frequency that surrounds you. You are creating an environment that supports your desires, an environment that attracts more abundance into your life. It's important to understand that abundance is not just about money or material possessions. True abundance is about having everything you need to live a fulfilling and joyful life. It is about being in alignment with your true self and experiencing the fullness of your potential. It is about having the freedom to express yourself fully, to create the life you desire, and to give and receive love without limitation. When you act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you are not just attracting wealth, you are attracting the freedom to live your life on your own terms. One of the most powerful aspects of acting as if is that it allows you to break free from the limitations that society has imposed upon you. Society often tells us that we must work hard, struggle, and sacrifice in order to achieve success. But when you act as if you are already abundant, you step outside of this narrative. You no longer believe that you must suffer in order to succeed. You realize that abundance is not something that must be earned through hard work or struggle. It is something that flows effortlessly to you when you align yourself with the energy of abundance. The more you practice acting as if, the more you begin to see evidence of abundance appearing in your life. At first, the changes may be subtle. Perhaps you notice a small, unexpected windfall, or you receive a compliment from someone that boosts your confidence. But as you continue to live in the energy of abundance, these small manifestations will begin to multiply. Opportunities will appear where there were none before. You will meet people who are aligned with your goals and desires. you will find that things start to fall into place in ways that you never imagined possible. And all of this will happen not because you are trying to make it happen, but because you are acting as if it has already happened. The key to maintaining this state of abundance is to stay consistent in your beliefs and actions. It is easy to become discouraged when things don't seem to change right away. But remember, the universe is always working in your favor. Even when you cannot see the results of your efforts, trust that they are on their way. Keep acting as if you are already surrounded by abundance, and eventually the physical world will catch up with your inner world. What you hold in your heart and mind will inevitably manifest in your external reality. As you continue to practice acting as if, you will find that you no longer need to rely on external circumstances to feel abundant. You no longer need to wait for the perfect job, the perfect relationship, or the perfect circumstances in order to feel fulfilled. You realize that abundance is not something that can be found outside of you. It is something that you create within yourself. When you act as if you are already surrounded by abundance, you begin to realize that you are the creator of your own reality, and that everything you need is already within you. It is also important to recognize that abundance is not just about receiving. It is also about giving. When you act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you will naturally feel the desire to share your blessings with others. You will feel compelled to give, whether it is your time, your energy, your love, or your resources. And the more you give, the more you will receive. This is the law of circulation. The more you put out into the world, the more the universe will return to you. When you give freely and without expectation, you align yourself with the flow of abundance, and the universe responds by bringing more abundance into your life. As you continue to act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you will notice that the boundaries between you and your desires begin to dissolve. You no longer see yourself as separate from the things you want. You no longer see abundance as something that is distant or unattainable. You realize that you are one with abundance, and that all of life's blessings are available to you at all times. You are not waiting for abundance to come to you. You are living in the energy of abundance right now, and that energy is attracting everything you desire into your life. So, I invite you now to begin acting as if. Act as if you are already surrounded by the abundance you seek. Live as though you have everything you need, and trust that the universe will provide you with more than enough. Act as if you are already the person you desire to be, and watch as your outer world transforms to match your inner reality. The abundance you seek is already yours, and all you need to do is claim it by living as if. The world is waiting for you to step into your fullness, to live in the abundance that is your birthright. And when you do, you will find that everything you desire is already on its way to you. As you continue on this journey of acting as if, you may encounter moments where doubts arise. It is natural for the mind to question, especially when the evidence in the physical world does not immediately reflect the abundance you are claiming. But this is where your true power lies, in your ability to remain unwavering in your belief, regardless of what your senses show you. The physical world is simply a reflection of your inner state, and if you persist in acting as if you are surrounded by abundance, the outer world will eventually align with your inner truth. The most important thing is to maintain your focus and to not allow temporary circumstances to dictate your reality. Remember, the external world is malleable, and it shifts according to the thoughts, beliefs, and actions you embody. Think of this process as planting a garden. At first, the seeds you plant may be invisible to the eye. You cannot see the roots growing beneath the soil, but the growth is happening nonetheless. In the same way, when you act as if, even if you cannot see immediate results, trust that things are unfolding in the unseen realm. Your consistent thoughts and actions are slowly but surely cultivating the reality you desire. Over time, as you continue to nurture your beliefs with patience and trust, the fruits of your labor will begin to sprout. It is also essential to recognize that abundance is not a fixed thing. It is not something that can ever be depleted or exhausted. The more you embrace it, the more it expands. Abundance is a flowing, ever-present force. When you act as if you are surrounded by abundance, you begin to live in harmony with this flow. You understand that there is no limit to what you can receive because abundance is infinite. It is the very essence of the universe itself. Just as the ocean is vast and endless, so too is the supply of good that is available to you. The key is to stay connected to this flow by maintaining your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with abundance. By embracing this mindset, you will find that opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. You will be in the right place at the right time. The people you need will show up in your life, and doors that were once closed will open wide before you. This is not by chance or coincidence. This is the result of your belief in abundance and your alignment with its energy. When you act as if, you are creating a magnetic field around you that attracts all that you need. And as you begin to witness these shifts, do not take them for granted. Acknowledge and celebrate each manifestation, no matter how small. The more gratitude you show for what has already come into your life, the more you will draw to you. Gratitude is a powerful tool that amplifies the energy of abundance. It signals to the universe that you are ready for more, and the universe, in its infinite generosity, responds by giving you even more to be grateful for. In conclusion, the practice of acting as if you are surrounded by abundance is not merely a thought exercise, but a profound way of transforming your inner world, which in turn shapes your outer reality. When you choose to live as though abundance is already yours, you align yourself with the boundless energy of the universe. The key is consistency, persisting in your beliefs, thoughts, and actions even when immediate results are not visible. Remember that the universe responds to the vibrations you emit, and as you embody abundance, you draw more of it into your life. By holding steadfast to the belief that everything you desire is already available to you, you tap into an infinite source of possibility, wealth, love, and health. Your inner world of abundance will inevitably manifest outwardly, transforming your life in ways you may have never imagined. All you need to do is act as if, knowing that the abundance you seek is not something far off in the distance, but something that is already within you, waiting to unfold. You are your lottery ticket. This is not a metaphor. This is not a mere catchy phrase meant to inspire a fleeting moment of hope. It is the foundation of everything that you are and everything that you can be. What you perceive in your world, the circumstances, the wealth, the health, and the relationships, everything around you, are not governed by luck or chance. They are governed by you. They are your creation. You are the architect of your own reality, and like a lottery ticket, you hold within you the power to win, to manifest anything that you desire. The secret is understanding that you are the source. The lottery ticket is not something outside of you. It is not some external force that by chance might come your way. You are the lottery ticket. You are the key to unlocking the life of your dreams. When you buy a lottery ticket, you hold it in your hands with the belief that it could be the one that changes everything. You look at it with a sense of hope, anticipation, and even excitement, believing that it holds the potential to shift your life. But what if I told you that you don't need to rely on external forces, on random numbers or a stroke of good fortune, to create your own wealth, your own prosperity, your own success? What if the power to unlock all of your desires has always been within you? It has, and it always will be. You are your own ticket to greatness. The world operates on a principle of cause and effect. The outer world is a reflection of your inner state. What you experience in your life, whether abundance or scarcity, joy or sorrow, health or illness, are the fruits of the thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions you hold within yourself. You see, it's not the outer world that shapes you. It is you that shapes the outer world. It is the thoughts and images you carry in your mind, the feelings and beliefs that reside within your heart, that set into motion the events that unfold around you. You are, in essence, living in a world that is entirely of your own making. You create your life through the images, ideas, and beliefs you cultivate within. The lottery tick, it is a symbol of the wealth and prosperity that exists as a possibility in your life. But just as a lottery tick, it is useless unless you claim its value. So too is your potential locked away unless you choose to claim it. The thoughts you think, the images you hold, the beliefs you nurture, all of these are the actions you take in claiming your ticket, in activating your power, and in realizing the manifestation of your desires. You might ask, how do I claim my ticket? How do I unlock the wealth and prosperity that I have within me? The answer is simple, but powerful. You must begin by knowing that you already have everything you need. Just as a lottery ticket contains within it the potential to win, you contain within yourself all the potential you need to create the life you desire. You must believe it. You must trust in the fact that your ticket is valid. You must know that you are worthy of the life you desire, and that the life you desire is yours for the taking. You see, the key to manifesting your desires is not in wishing or hoping, but in knowing. Knowing with certainty that you are worthy, knowing that your thoughts have power, knowing that the images you hold in your mind are not just fantasies, but blueprints for the future you are creating. When you hold an image of your desired reality in your mind with conviction, with belief, you are activating the power within you to bring it into being. But here's the catch. Most people never claim their ticket because they doubt it. They doubt themselves. They doubt their ability to create the life they desire. They think that something outside of them is needed to validate their success. But I tell you, it is your belief in yourself, in your own ability to manifest your desires, that determines whether or not you win. You are your ticket. Your belief in yourself is the winning number. Without belief, without knowing that you have the power to manifest, you will never unlock the abundance that is rightfully yours. The world may try to tell you that you are not enough, that you are not worthy, that you need something or someone else to make your dreams come true. But these are lies. You are already enough. You are already worthy. You do not need anything outside of yourself to create the life you desire. You hold the key within you, and it is waiting for you to unlock it. So how do you unlock it? The first step is to change the way you see yourself. Stop seeing yourself as a mere passenger in your life, someone who is at the mercy of external forces, luck or chance. See yourself as the creator of your own reality. You are the director of your life, the one who holds the power to shape the story. When you begin to see yourself in this way, you step into your power. You stop waiting for things to happen to you and start making things happen for you. The second step is to change the way you think. You must begin to think thoughts that are in alignment with the life you desire. If you want abundance, you must think abundance. If you want love, you must think love. If you want success, you must think success. You must begin to see the world through the lens of your desires, imagining it as if it has already come to pass. You must live in the end as if the reality you desire is already a fact. In doing so, you align your thoughts with the truth of who you are and what you are capable of creating. But it's not just about thinking the right thoughts. It's about feeling them. The feelings you hold within you are the energy that fuels your manifestations. If you think abundance but feel scarcity, if you think success but feel doubt, you are sending mixed signals to the universe. You must match your thoughts with your feelings. When you feel the joy of your desired reality as if it has already come to pass, you are activating the power within you to bring it into being. Feeling is the fuel that propels your thoughts into manifestation. You must also begin to trust the process. Trust that your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings are working together to bring your desires into your reality. Trust that you are your own lottery ticket and that the universe is responding to the signals you are sending. This trust is key. Doubt only creates resistance. When you trust in the process, when you trust in your ability to create, you allow the universe to work its magic on your behalf. But perhaps the most important step is to take action. Now, I'm not talking about frantic action, where you chase after opportunities or try to force things to happen. I'm talking about inspired action. When you align your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings with your desires, you will naturally be guided to take action that is in alignment with those desires. You will be led to opportunities, people, and situations that will help you manifest your dreams. Trust the guidance you receive, follow it, act upon it. The action you take is the physical manifestation of the belief that you are your own ticket to success. As you continue to hold this truth in your heart, that you are your own lottery ticket, you will begin to see the world shift. Opportunities will begin to open up to you. Abundance will flow into your life. Success will come effortlessly. But it all starts with you. It all starts with your belief in yourself and in your ability to create the life you desire. You are your own lottery ticket. You have everything you need within you to manifest the life of your dreams. You are the creator of your own reality, and the power to unlock your desires has always been within you. Believe it, know it, trust it, and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. You said, the power that lies within you is not a distant, unreachable force. It is the most intimate part of who you are. It is the very essence of your being, embedded deep within your consciousness, waiting to be acknowledged, recognized, and activated. Many of us walk through life unaware of the incredible ability we possess to shape our experiences, unaware of the fact that we are already the architects of our own destiny. The external world may seem unpredictable, chaotic, or uncertain, but the truth is that everything you experience is a direct reflection of your inner world. The images you hold in your mind, the beliefs you carry in your heart, the assumptions you make about yourself, and the stories you tell yourself about life, these are what create the circumstances you find yourself in. You may have been taught to look outside of yourself for the answers, to rely on luck or external forces to bring you the wealth, the relationships, the success you desire. You may have been conditioned to think that prosperity, happiness, and fulfillment are the result of random circumstances or other people's actions. But what if I told you that all the power you need to create the life you desire is already within you? What if you could stop searching for external sources of validation and instead recognize that you are the source, that you are your own ticket to success? You are not waiting for the world to change. You are the one who changes the world. You are the creator of your reality, and the universe is your canvas, waiting for you to paint the masterpiece of your life. To understand this, you must first recognize that the thoughts you think are not just fleeting ideas or abstract notions. They are powerful forces that shape your reality. Every thought you think is a vibration that sends a signal into the universe. These signals, whether positive or negative, align you with certain experiences, certain people, and certain outcomes. Your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your actions. The actions you take are what bring about the circumstances you experience in life. Therefore, it is not the world outside of you that dictates your fate, but your inner world. Your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions are the real creators of your experience. The moment you realize this, you begin to understand that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not at the mercy of forces beyond your control. You are in the driver's seat of your life, and the wheel is in your hands. You are the one who determines where you go, how fast you get there, and the kind of journey you experience. Just as a lottery ticket holds the potential to change your life with one lucky draw, you hold within you the potential to change your life with every thought, every belief, every assumption you choose to embrace. The power is yours. You are your own lottery ticket. But there is a deeper layer to this understanding. The idea that you are your own ticket is not just about manifesting external desires like wealth, success, or material possessions. It is about realizing that you have the power to shape your identity, to redefine who you are and who you are becoming. You are not limited by the past. You are not bound by the opinions of others, nor are you confined by your previous experiences or mistakes. You are free to reinvent yourself at any moment. You are free to decide who you want to be and what kind of life you want to create. This realization is liberating. It frees you from the chains of limitation and opens up a world of infinite possibilities. No longer do you need to rely on circumstances or conditions to dictate your future. No longer do you need to wait for a lucky break or the right opportunity. The opportunities are already there, waiting for you to recognize them. The universe is always in motion, constantly aligning itself with your thoughts and beliefs. When you change your thoughts, you change your life. When you change your beliefs, you change your reality. This is the magic of the lottery ticket you hold in your hands. It is not some external object that you hope will bring you good fortune. It is your mind, your consciousness, your awareness. It is your ability to shape your world through the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that you choose to cultivate. Every time you choose a positive thought, every time you choose to believe in your own power, you activate your ticket. You set into motion the manifestation of your desires. Your ticket is not something you need to buy from an external source. It is something you carry with you at all times within you. The power is always with you. This is where most people miss the mark. They think that success or abundance comes from the outside in, that it is something they must work hard to earn, or that it is something they must receive from the world. But the truth is that success, wealth, and fulfillment are a result of your inner state. They are the byproducts of the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings you cultivate within yourself. When you align your inner world with your desires, you attract those desires into your outer world. It is the law of attraction in its purest form. What you believe, you receive. What you think, you bring into being. Now, this is not to say that the world outside of you is irrelevant or that external actions are unnecessary. Of course, you must take action in the world to create the circumstances you desire. But the key is that your actions must be aligned with your beliefs. If you believe that you are worthy of success, if you believe that abundance is your birthright, your actions will reflect that belief. Your actions will flow effortlessly and naturally from a place of inner confidence and certainty. You will not be driven by fear, doubt, or anxiety. Instead, you will be guided by a deep sense of knowing that everything you do is leading you to your desired outcome. The power to manifest is not about forcing or striving. It is about aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. It is about trusting that the universe is always responding to you, always giving you exactly what you need to fulfill your desires. It is about releasing the need to control the outcome and allowing the universe to work its magic. When you trust in the process, when you trust in your own power, you allow the universe to bring you what you want without resistance. As you begin to embrace the truth that you are your own lottery ticket, you will start to notice the synchronicities in your life. You will begin to see how things fall into place with ease and grace. Opportunities will appear where there once were none. People will come into your life who are aligned with your vision. Doors that were previously closed will swing wide open, and you will step through them with confidence and clarity. The world will begin to mirror back to you the abundance, the success, and the joy that you are now creating from within. But this process requires patience. It requires persistence. You may not see immediate results, and that is okay. Trust that the seed you plant today will grow into the reality you desire tomorrow. Trust that every thought, every belief, and every feeling is a step closer to your manifestation. Stay true to your vision. Keep believing in your power. Know that the lottery ticket you hold in your hands is valid, and that you are deserving of all the wealth, success, and happiness you seek. The universe is always working on your behalf, even when you cannot see it. Trust the process and allow it to unfold in its own time. You are your own lottery ticket. You are the creator of your reality. The power to manifest your desires is within you, and it always has been. The key is to recognize it, to believe in it, and to trust that you have everything you need to create the life you want. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, they are the ticket to your success. The lottery has already been won, and you are the winner. Now it is time to claim your prize. As you continue to embrace this truth, you begin to notice subtle shifts in your perception. The world around you starts to change because you have changed. The more you recognize that you are the creator, the more aligned your actions, your thoughts, and your energy become with the desires you wish to manifest. The resistance that once stood in your way begins to dissolve. The obstacles that seemed insurmountable are no longer barriers, but stepping stones. The very act of believing that you are your own lottery ticket frees you from the limiting beliefs that have held you back for so long. You realize that you no longer need to chase after opportunities because they begin to chase after you. People, situations, and resources begin to show up at the right time, in the right place. This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is the law of attraction in action. The universe is responding to the signals you're sending out, and it aligns itself with the reality you are imagining. It is responding to the energy of belief that you're radiating. The more you believe in your ability to create, the more the world reflects that belief back to you. The power within you is limitless, and it is only limited by the scope of your imagination. As you continue to cultivate this awareness, you begin to see the infinite potential that lies within you. There is no dream too big, no desire too extravagant. You are not constrained by your circumstances, your past, or any external condition. The only limits you face are the limits of your own imagination and belief. You begin to realize that every experience you've ever had has been a reflection of your inner world, and that nothing is fixed. The future is not written in stone. It is an open canvas waiting for you to paint with the colors of your desires. If you have the courage to dream big, to believe that your desires are worthy of you, and to act in alignment with your vision, there is no limit to what you can create. You are your own lottery ticket, and with each belief you hold, you unlock another layer of possibility. The beauty of this truth is that it requires no external validation. You do not need permission from the world to create your dreams. You do not need anyone's approval. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment to start. The perfect moment is now. The time to begin is always now, because you have everything you need already within you. You are the creator of your destiny, and you are the master of your fate. You hold the power, and you always have. In conclusion, the realization that you are your own lottery ticket is a profound shift in perspective that unlocks the limitless potential within you. It is a reminder that you are not a passive observer in your life, but the active creator of your reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings are the keys that unlock the doors to your dreams. No longer must you wait for external forces to determine your fate. You hold the power to manifest whatever you desire, because the universe responds to the energy you put out into the world. By embracing this truth, you step into your power, knowing that you are worthy of the life you envision. The life of abundance, success, and fulfillment is not something that happens to a chosen few. It is something you can create for yourself. With each thought, each belief, and each action, you claim your own victory. You are your own ticket to greatness, and the path to your dreams is already within your grasp. All you need to do is believe it, trust it, and act upon it. The universe is ready to reward you, because you are already the winning ticket. Your time has come, not next year, not next month, not even tomorrow. Now, this very moment is the moment of decision. The very breath you are taking is infused with the power to change everything. You need not beg, strive, or suffer to bring it to pass. You only need to believe, to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to live in the end, and to know, with an unwavering certainty, that what you have imagined is already yours. It is not arrogance to claim what is yours by right of consciousness. It is obedience to the law of life. The world responds not to what you wish, not to what you hope, not even to what you pray, unless that prayer is made with the conviction of fulfillment, but to what you assume as true. If you desire millions, then you must become the one who already has millions in your mind. You must think from the place of wealth, not of wanting wealth. There is a difference so subtle and yet so powerful that it changes everything. You are not born to struggle through life, scraping by, hoping for a miracle while expecting none. You are not a beggar. You are not a servant. You are the operant power of your own reality, and the key lies within your imagination. Imagination is not a fanciful thing to be dismissed. It is the very substance of reality, the blueprint from which your world is built. What you imagine with feeling consistently must come to pass. If you can imagine a life of millions, free, generous, expansive, and blessed, and if you can feel yourself into that state, then it is yours. The world around you may not change instantly, but it must conform to your inner world in time. The world is a mirror, faithfully reflecting back the assumptions you hold most deeply. Therefore, if your assumption is that you are rich, that you are successful, that money flows to you easily and abundantly, then this world, this mirror, must reflect that state in your experience. You may say, "But I don't have the money in my account. I don't see it in my bank. How can I say I have it when I do not?" And I tell you, because this is the way of creation, you do not receive because you say you do not have. You lack because you confess your lack. You keep waiting for the evidence, but the evidence only comes after the state is assumed. The seed must be planted before the tree grows. You must feel yourself wealthy before the wealth appears. Every great change in a person's life begins in their mind. There is no exception. A poor man may win a lottery and still remain poor in consciousness, and before long the money vanishes. But the one who transforms their inner world, who truly assumes the wealth inwardly, will attract it outwardly in whatever form the law deems best. You must claim it in the silence of your soul. You must persist in the assumption. Do not waver when the outer world says otherwise. The outer world is only an echo. It cannot speak until you have first spoken in the unseen realm. Your fortune begins within you. The millions you seek are not outside of you. They are within, waiting to be expressed. Money is a symbol, a form of energy, a channel through which the richness of life flows. But you are the source. You are the consciousness animating all things. So do not look to others to bring it to you. Look within and find the feeling of being the one who already has it, and walk as though it were true. Speak as though it were done. Sleep each night in the feeling of wealth. Wake each morning expecting good to unfold. What you feel deeply and consistently, you will experience in your world. This is not wishful thinking. It is law. You do not get what you want. You get what you are. And what you are is determined by what you believe yourself to be. If you believe you are someone who always struggles financially, then life will bring you experiences to confirm that belief. But if you change that belief, if you assume the identity of one who is blessed, rich, and constantly increasing, then everything must change to match that identity. You may not know how it will come. That is not your concern. Your part is the assumption. The law handles the details. Let go of the how. Dwell only on the end. Feel the joy of it now. If you had millions, how would you feel? What would you do? Where would you go? Who would you bless? What would you give? What kind of home would you live in? What kind of car would you drive? What kind of generosity would pour out of you? Live there, in your imagination, and make it real. Let the dream be more real to you than the world you see. Let the vision possess you until you can no longer deny it, until it feels like the most natural thing in the world. Then, and only then, will it appear in the external. Not because you worked harder than anyone else, not because you convinced someone to help you, but because you aligned yourself with the truth of who you are. This is the sacred law, as within, so without. Whatever you accept as true within yourself will mirror in your life. The moment you fully accept that you are already rich, already living in abundance, already a channel for millions to flow, then the outer world must rearrange itself to fit that assumption. It has no choice. The law is impersonal. It does not care who you are. It only reflects what you believe. You may have come from a family that never had enough. You may have grown up surrounded by limitation, lack, and struggle. But none of that matters now. The past is only alive if you bring it with you. Let it go. Forgive the old story. Release the identity of lack. You are not bound by your history. You are only bound by your assumptions. Change the assumption, and everything else changes. Your time has come, not because some external sign appeared, but because within you now there is a stirring, a knowing, a quiet conviction that this is your moment. It has always been your moment, but now you finally believe it. That belief is the opening. It is the crack through which the light enters. If you persist, the entire structure of your life must shift to accommodate the new belief. Do not doubt, do not seek validation in appearances. Let appearances come to you in their time. You stay faithful to the vision. Everything is consciousness. Every dollar you will ever receive is first an idea. And ideas come from imagination. So let your imagination be holy. Do not desecrate it with worry or fear. Do not speak against your wealth with your words. Do not say, I can't afford, or that's too expensive, or I'll never have that. Say instead, it is mine, it is done, I already have it. Speak these things as though they were, and they shall be. Do not make the mistake of thinking small. If you are going to imagine, imagine grandly. Millions are not too much. Wealth beyond measure is not arrogance. It is your divine inheritance. Why should you live in poverty when the whole kingdom is yours? Why should you scrape by when rivers of abundance are waiting to be tapped through your belief? All things are possible to the one who believes. The only limit is the one you impose. If you believe you will only ever earn enough to survive, that will be your portion. But if you dare to believe that millions are coming, and they are coming with ease, and you are ready to steward them with wisdom and generosity, then that shall be your portion instead. The choice is always yours. You are the operant power. You are the one who gets to choose the state. No one else can do it for you. It is not your family, your boss, your government, or your economy. It is you. All outer conditions are but shadows cast by the light of your inner conviction. So if you want to change the shadow, do not fight it. Change the light within. Change your state of consciousness. Dwell in the wealth. Feel it in your bones, and refuse to accept anything less. You do not need to wait. You do not need permission. You need only decide, and once decided, persist without wavering when doubts arise, and they will return to the feeling. Remind yourself that the law cannot fail, that what you have imagined already exists in the unseen, that your persistence is the evidence of faith. You do not need to fight the doubt. Simply return to the state. Imagine each night as you drift to sleep that you are lying in the most beautiful home, surrounded by everything you love. Feel the sheets, the peace, the security. Imagine waking to a day where money is never a concern. Imagine giving freely, helping others, blessing your family, your friends, your community. Imagine the sound of laughter, the joy of fulfillment, the gratitude pouring out of you. This is not fantasy. This is creation. This is truth. You are not deceiving yourself when you imagine. You are revealing yourself. The truest version of you is not bound by lack. The truest version of you is a creator, a channel through which the divine expresses itself, and the divine is never in lack. So why should you be? Every dollar, every opportunity, every door already exists in the unseen, and your job is simply to tune yourself to that reality. Live in the end, feel it, breathe it, know it, and let life do what it must to bring it to you. Your time has come. The millions are already yours. Claim them now. Not tomorrow, now. And do not let go until the world agrees. If you were to truly believe, to truly feel, that all the riches you ever desired were already yours, what would change within you? That is the question, and that is the secret. When you walk through life no longer asking, "How will it come?" but instead saying, "It is already mine," you shift your entire frequency. You stop broadcasting need and begin radiating fulfillment. And fulfillment, when sincerely felt, attracts to itself its physical counterpart. Everything in this world is vibration, and wealth is no different. The moment you feel rich in consciousness, you begin to vibrate at the level of abundance, and the unseen must respond. The laws of reality bend not to effort, but to belief. You do not need to toil, or convince, or persuade anyone. You only need to become the one who has, and the outer world will deliver. Money is drawn to certainty. It flows to those who do not chase it, but who dwell in the conviction that they are worthy of it. When you know you are abundant, truly know it, wealth becomes a natural extension of your being. You no longer seek it, you allow it. It comes not as a surprise, but as the only logical outcome of your state of being. The universe cannot withhold that which you have accepted as already yours. That is the great mystery. You think the world is keeping things from you, but the truth is you are keeping them from yourself by denying the reality of the unseen. When you say, "I don't see the money, therefore I don't have it," you shut the door. But when you say, "Though I see it not, I know it is mine," you fling the gates of heaven wide open. All true transformation begins in the invisible. You must first walk in the wealth of your imagination before your feet ever touch the soil of prosperity. You must make it more real than the numbers in your bank account, more vivid than the clothes on your back. This inner vision, when held with persistence and feeling, will create a bridge of incidents that leads you effortlessly to the manifestation of your wealth. There will be moments when the outer world appears to contradict your inner state. Do not be moved, do not entertain doubt. The moment you ask, "Where is it?" you affirm its absence. Instead, affirm its presence. Say to yourself, "It is done. I have already received it. I am simply moving toward its visible appearance." Let this inner conversation become your truth, and all else will conform. The world is not solid, it is pliable, shaped by your thoughts and feelings. If you have believed that success belongs to others and not to you, then your world will mirror that belief. But if you rise up in your inner man and claim your divine inheritance, if you say with authority, "I am rich, I am successful, I am prosperous," and you feel it, then no power on earth can prevent it from taking form. Do not wait for something to change in the world before you change within. That is the old way, the powerless way. Instead, make the change in secret, in your inner world. Walk in silence, knowing that the seed has been planted. Water it with gratitude, cultivate it with faith, and soon the harvest will break through the soil of circumstance. What does it feel like to be wealthy? What emotions rise in your heart when you imagine millions flowing into your hands? Is it joy, peace, confidence, freedom? Let those feelings saturate your being. Let them become your resting place. The more you dwell in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the faster it will manifest. There is no competition in consciousness. No one can take your wealth. No one can block your blessing. What is yours by right of awareness, and you become aware of it by claiming it inwardly. There is no limit to what can come to you when you stop asking and start assuming, when you no longer wonder if it will happen, but live as though it already has. Do not confuse this with pretending. Pretending is shallow. This is believing. This is knowing. This is embodiment. You are not playing a part. You are becoming the part. You are stepping into the reality where you are already the person who has everything they need and more. There is no virtue in poverty. You do not serve the world by being broke. You serve the world by becoming a light, a demonstration of what is possible, a channel through which blessings flow. Imagine the good you could do with millions. Imagine the lives you could touch, the burdens you could lift, the causes you could support. Your wealth is not selfish. It is sacred if you understand its purpose, and still you must claim it not out of desperation, but from joy. Desperation repels, joy attracts. You are not asking for help. You are standing in your authority. You are not begging the universe. You are aligning with its eternal truth. You were never meant to struggle endlessly. You were meant to live fully, and that includes material ease. If you had no concern about money ever again, what would you do? Where would you go? What would your mornings look like? Your evenings? Feel that. Taste that. Let that version of life become your dominant feeling. The more real it becomes in your imagination, the closer it draws to you in form. This is not theory. This is experience. Try it. Go into your room, close the door, and enter the scene of your desire. Not as a distant goal, but as a present reality. See it through your own eyes. Touch the walls of your dream home. Feel the weight of the money in your hands. Hear the words of others congratulating you. And then walk out of that room knowing it is done. Your time has come, not because of fate or luck, but because you finally believe it. You finally choose to stop living as the one who waits and start living as the one who receives. And when you make that choice sincerely, everything changes. The bridge of events may be strange. It may take you through unexpected paths, but do not judge the process. Only stay faithful to the end. If a door closes, it is only making way for a greater one to open. If something is taken, it is only to make room for more. Hold the vision. Trust the unseen. Know that every step is leading you to your millions. And when you arrive, you will not be surprised. You will say, of course, I saw it, I felt it, I lived it long before it came. Because creation is finished. Your desire already exists in the invisible. You are not creating it. You are selecting it. You are choosing the timeline, the version of you who already has it. And once you choose, the world must rearrange to match. You have within you the power to move mountains. You have within you the divine seed of abundance. You have been told otherwise, but that does not make it true. The truth is this: you are limitless. The only limits are those you accept, and you can choose to accept new ones, or none at all. What do you want? Be honest. Do you want 1 million, 5 million, 10? Then stop shrinking your dreams. Stop watering them down. There is no scarcity in the infinite. There is only supply, and supply answers to consciousness. Become the version of you who already has it, and it will be drawn to you as surely as water flows downhill. You do not need to know how. The moment you decide who you are, the how begins to unfold. It may come through an idea, a person, a chance encounter, a new path. Be open, be expectant, be ready, and when it comes, act, not out of fear, but out of knowing, out of alignment, out of clarity. Do not let the world tell you who you are. Let your inner world dictate the terms. The truth is not outside of you. It is within. The wealth you desire is not in someone else's hands. It is in yours, if you can only feel it so. Spend time each day in the feeling. Do not skip this. This is your true work. This is the labor of faith. Let your inner conversations reflect your new identity. Do not say, I'm trying. Say, I have already received. Do not say, I hope it happens. Say, it is already mine. Let your words match your vision, and let your actions flow from belief. And give thanks now, as though it were already here. Gratitude is the signal of faith. It says to the universe, I trust, I receive, I know. And the universe always responds to gratitude with more. Your time has come, not because something outside of you changed, but because you have changed. You have risen in awareness. You have remembered who you are. And that remembering is the key to all things. Persist, assume, feel, believe, and know the millions are already yours. Walk in the assurance of one who no longer waits. Speak with the confidence of one who already possesses. Carry yourself in the energy of fulfillment, not longing. There is a sacred silence in those who truly believe. They do not need to shout their faith from the rooftops. Their calmness speaks volumes. Their peace is louder than their words. When you know that what you've imagined must become your experience, you no longer fear delays. You understand that time is not a barrier, but a servant arranging everything perfectly for your highest good. Even now, forces are moving, shifting, arranging themselves in response to your inner state. Do not be fooled by appearances. They are but reflections, echoes of prior beliefs. As you hold your new state, those reflections must catch up and mirror the new image. It is law, and the law cannot lie. It cannot fail. It is not personal. It simply reflects the dominant consciousness you carry. That is why you must carry only the consciousness of abundance, the assumption of wealth, the feeling of millions flowing to you effortlessly. Let the evidence in the world come when it comes. Your job is not to force the outer. It is to remain unmoved within. The more real your assumption becomes, the more swiftly the world must yield. Doors will open where none existed. People will be drawn to help you without knowing why. Ideas will spring up out of nowhere. You will be led step by step, without strain, without confusion, without effort. But all of it begins with your choice to dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled. If you stumble, return quickly. If you doubt, reaffirm. If you are tempted to look at what's missing, close your eyes and see what is already yours in the unseen. That unseen is more real than what your five senses report, for the senses only report what is already past. But your imagination speaks of what is becoming, what is being born, what is inevitable if you remain true. So be still, assume your abundance, feel your wealth, and trust that what you have claimed in spirit will soon clothe itself in flesh. So now, stand firm in what you have claimed. Walk in the stillness of knowing. Let no appearance shake you, no delay discourage you, no doubt linger in your mind. You are no longer the one who waits. You are the one who has. Let your inner world lead, and the outer will follow. Give thanks, not for what will be, but for what already is. Your time has come. The millions are not a future hope. They are a present reality in the unseen, moving swiftly into view. Live from that place, and all things will be added unto you.